but he's adorable. And the day he shows up, he will have his stream debut. Yeah, he will. I'll probably set my webcam over his cage, over his pen in his bedding area, and not even do a face cam anymore. It will be a serious black cam. It will be. And I even had an idea where I'm going to put another pen in area, like just like an area for him to hang out and play if he wanted to. I'm going to put that uh, closer to my computer in my stream area so that when I do stream, it'll just be a serious black cam. It won't be a Justin cam. It won't be a sickness cam. It'll be a serious cam, serious black cam, because he would be more entertaining than I am. The personality on that little guy is phenomenal, and I'm very excited. Like I said, it's been since I adopted my Shih Tzu, um, more than a decade ago, that that I've actually felt like this for a creature. So I'm excited. And it's been just over 5 years since I've had a creature companion. So um, yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I've never personally housed a rabbit, so it's gonna be new. But he's adorable, and oh my god, his personality is delightful. It's so delightful, and it's gonna be something. It's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna put me back into active mode because it's just by the way he is. Uh, it's been a long day, but yeah, that. So yeah, soon Sirius will be debuting. And he's adorable. He's a little dwarf rabbit. Cracks me the hell up. Jumps around, and yeah, it's gonna be hilarious. So okay, so we got that out of the way. Probably about another 15 minutes. My laundry should be done, ready to be switched over to the dryer. Scheisse. Like I said, it's been a very long day. Um, what else was I wanting to talk about? There was a couple video game things I wanted to talk about, like in the video game world. Um, and it's more or less to do with like some things I caught wind of. Shroud's correct. He's absolutely 100% correct. Not trying to degrade any game, any good game out there, because there are a lot of phenomenal single player games that that definitely have their place in the gaming world, but they don't need to be getting game of the year every time, all the time, regardless. Because there are multiplayer games that are also so phenomenal, yet they get no recognition. So giving like automatically just saying single player games are the front runners in all game of the year, that's kind of dookie, because then that's discounting a wide array of video games that could also take up that title. Game of the year shouldn't just be reserved essentially for single player games. One could argue, well, it's not. It's just people only vote for single player games. I've not really ever seen a multiplayer game on the docket for Game of the Year. I don't even I couldn't even tell you if there ever was a multiplayer game that won Game of the Year. I don't believe there's a single one. And that's because single player games are designed to have essentially that biasness to them because they're not having to split game the creation of that game into making sure the multiplayer is balanced, making sure there's a lot to do for multiplayer. Is like they're not having to split focus and still push out a phenomenal title. But there are phenomenal multiplayer games that don't have that super in-depth, refined, polished story and thousands of hours worth of storyline to go from. Yeah, they don't have that because that's really not their focus. Their focus is to create a entertaining and balanced experience for people uh, to play with other people and instead of being the only person that is enjoying that experience at that given time. Because to be honest, everybody hates it, but before GTA Online kind of like pooped the bed in a lot of regard, they were like the what they were doing to combat cheaters was top tier stuff. Like you hear about it now from game companies where they're like essentially embarrassing the cheaters before they ban them. GTA was doing that back in the day. Rockstar was doing that back in the day. Back in the day, if you got caught cheating, you didn't just get you didn't get banned just get banned from online play. You got put into a lobby with other cheaters and you had a permanent dunce cap on your head. And that's how you would run around. You couldn't go into regular lobbies with regular players who played the game legitimately. No, you were stuck in an illegit lobby with illegit players doing illegit, scummy things. There was no way of getting out of that. That's what Rockstar used to do. Now, obviously, uh, they started to relax on that, and it all went out the window. But I guarantee you, if GTA 5 would have been the last Grand Theft Auto game ever released in the history of Grand Theft Auto, you would not ever once see a cheater in a standard lobby. You wouldn't. Because they were combating them so fucking hard that it was the stupidest thing in the world to do. And that's to cheat. Now there were some exploits, some money exploits, things like that. But you know how they got around that? Anybody that essentially used the exploit abused it. Now they didn't take everybody's money and everybody's stuff. If you abuse these things and you essentially built your game, your character's empire on exploitation, oh yeah, they hammered you and they took all of your stuff, everything, and they just basically delete your account back to starter. That's it. They just start you over forcefully. And I can tell you that they didn't punish every exploiter because I was an exploiter. I exploited the not the heist. It was before the heist release when they had just those ex, those missions that you could get from people. The one um, you could kind of game Madrazos and make hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time. Well, we were doing that. We were gaming that. And then they had the car selling glitches, and we did that. But we didn't build our empires off of that. Our character's empire was built from playing the game and leveling up and doing the stuff in the game. And we only really exploited for stupid stuff. I exploited just so I could max out all the ammo so that whenever I would buy ammo again, I wouldn't have to keep buying it. I would just have to buy it till it maxed back out, which didn't take very much money. I mean, early days it felt like it was millions of dollars, but it took nothing. It was like 100 grand, 200 grand, and you had all ammunition, essentially unlimited ammunition. Um, the same with the snacks and all the other random stuff. You could essentially um, just straight uh, do the couple exploits, fill it all up, and never have to do the exploit again. Because the money you would make would actually replace that stuff pretty good, pretty easily. Uh, so yeah, the only glitches I ever did were Madrazo's money, Madrazo's mission. I glitched the shit out of that for a while, and then there was another one and then it just kind of went to car stuff. You just, there were specific things you do. It had to do with spawn points. You kind of manipulate your spawn points while you're doing custom ride stuff. Um, and then there was a bunch of weird things you would do. It's just like one where you sold the car while you were sitting in it, and then as long as you had your spawn point set to some specific spawn point, it would just it would sell the car but not sell the car, and you would just still sit in the car, and you could just keep doing that. Then they had other ones. They had tons of them. But again, they didn't go after everybody. If you built your empire on that, then yes, they came after you, like the IRS did would. Like I said, when it came to them hammering people, it was more when they were running into actual cheaters. People running around with God mode and flying and unlimited ammo, like legit unlimited ammo. Their guns just keep spraying type stuff. Like they went after those people hard. Even if you were kind of like dropping the airplanes in there or dropping the cages around people, they're doing the dumb stuff, the griefer stuff. They would let it go for a while until people started to get reported. Once you got reported for doing that stuff, then it was kind of game over for you. Then they would dump you in the cheaters lobby, and you'd be stuck there for a while until uh, you figured out how to get out of it. I don't know how one would get out of it because I don't cheat. I don't cheat in video games. I don't need to cheat in video games. Now I do rat shit sometimes because I mean, why not? I find myself solo play a lot, so doing rat shit is what solo players do. I mean, just fucking sue me. If you don't want me doing rat shit, then don't be the fucking person that comes across me doing rat shit. Um, but in this game, um, Arc Raiders, I don't find myself doing rat shit. I don't fucking sit there and kill people, griefer kill people. Now, if somebody attacks me, oh yeah, they better hope they got the meds and the ammo because then they're coming. They got a little war going on with me. Now, if I don't have the ammo and the meds, I'll try to find an exit. But if somebody attacks me unprovoked, then they're looking for problems. And if I don't have the equipment to handle that problem, I'm not going to fight them. I'm not going to sit there with that fight. There's no point. No point to fight when you don't have the resources to sustain that fight. So I'll bow out. I bow out and I'll try to look for an exit, or I'll try to trick them with some juke moves or whatever. Uh, but I don't tend to sit and fight with people in this game. I go to my objectives, I get them done, and I bounce. I don't stick around, do too much looting. There's no reason to do tons of looting. People will tell you the crafting stations are more important. That's cool and all, but like if my whole reason to play this game is to max out my crafting stations, it gets boring. That'll get boring real fast because when it comes down to it, you're not going to be able to do your crafting stations that fast. You're going to hit walls like this. You need 6 bastion cells. Okay, I'm going to run out solo and just start whooping a bastion's ass.